I'm glazing Slayr. I don't give a damn. The Rise of Slayr, bro. We jump on it. I'm glazing it, bro.
If you've been paying attention,
Pause it. Now that intro go hard. Now we're going back again, bro. Hell no.
if you've been paying attention to the underground rap scene recently, there's a good chance
Bro.
you've heard the name Slayr. He won Blackboard
Bro.
Max's Song Wars,
Oh my god.
received an
Put
8
the
from
volume
Anthony Fantano,
And it's cool how much musically speaking Slayr has been able to advance in such a short period of time and quickly turn into a standout artist in the underground as well.
and got a cosign from Kanye's daughter, Northwest.
That's
The 18-year-old rapper is quickly becoming one of the most talked
It's
about
almost the
artists
same
in the
age
new
as me,
wave
bro.
of rap, blending rage, trap, rock, and even
gameplay.
orchestral elements into a sound that doesn't really fit neatly into any one category. But the
my
path
God.
that led him there started long before the sold-out shows or critically praised albums. It started with video games,
can't
anime,
believe-
and a kid experimenting with music at just 11 years old. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 2007. His real name is Evan McDonald. His parents had
Evan?
moved to the United States from Jamaica when they were in their late 20s, and that cultural influence was present throughout his childhood. Jamaican music played regularly in the house. But the thing that pushed him towards making music wasn't traditional hip-hop or even the music that his parents were playing. It was video games. One of Slayer's earliest
Sega
musical
Sonic,
memories
see?
came from
Bro.
playing Sonic Colors.
damn. Yeah, I'm getting copyright, bro. Suck up.
The game's soundtrack immediately caught his attention and made him fall in love with music. That curiosity led him down a rabbit hole of game soundtracks and eventually toward rock music. His first introduction to rock was a band called Crush 40. They're a Japanese-American band known for creating many of the tracks used in
Crush
Sonic
40?
games. Side note, the band created the main theme of Sonic Adventure 2, which is one of my all-time favorite games.
Oh yeah, I'm getting definitely copyright, bro. They
For a
put that in
while,
the movie,
rock
bro.
music became the primary thing that he listened to. At the same time, Slayr was also immersed in internet culture, watching
Naruto.
anime music
I was like, I'm glazing now. I was glazing Naruto back in the day, bro. Bro, I'm almost be like, bro, telling you, bro. Stop me, relax.
videos on YouTube, and spending time exploring the soundtracks of different video games and anime series. This combination of gaming, anime,
What the
and
f-
rock would later become a huge part of the identity behind his music, and definitely can still be heard in his new music. Slayr began making music when he was only 11 years old, but the journey wasn't easy at first.
Goddamn.
His mother
Got the
actually
Dante
opposed the
merch?
idea of him pursuing rap music for years. Like most moms, she wasn't a fan of the explicit language and didn't initially see it as something that could turn into a real career. Instead, she wanted him to get into orchestra music. Ironically, though, she was also the person who gave him the tools that helped him develop into a musician. His mother gave him a keyboard, which allowed him to start learning music production and experimenting with creating his own sounds. Those early skills
did this in
eventually
1
became a
minute.
huge part of his career. Even today, Slayr produces a large portion of his own music. For several years, he continued listening to mostly rock music, but around 2015, that changed. He discovered Lil Uzi, and one song
Bro.
specifically caught his attention, 7 a.m. At the time, he was drawn in just by the colorful cover art, but once he clicked on the track, it completely changed his view of rap music.
Nah, 7 a.m. Oh my god, I'm about to glaze this entire video. Let me relax.
From that point forward, hip-hop became a major part of his life. Other artists would eventually shape his style as well, including XXXTentacion, Juice
Oh my
WRLD,
God.
Kanye West, Playboi Carti, Ken Carson, and Lil Tecca. Instead of copying the style of one artist, Slayr began developing a combination of many different influences. One of the most
Ken
unique
Carson.
parts of his story is how heavily it unfolded online. Unlike most rappers who start to build their reputation locally, his growth was almost entirely online. Early in
Bro.
his career, when he was only 12, he regularly previewed songs on Instagram Live, sometimes to an audience as small as 10 people. But those early supporters mattered to him. Every milestone felt exciting. 5 viewers became 10, 10
Bro.
became 100. Eventually, his small online
100 to
audience started to
1,000.
grow into a real fan base. Even today, he maintains a close relationship with many of the early fans. He keeps a private group chat with around 50 early fans where he shares updates and talks directly with them. Slayr's artist name also evolved over time. One of his earliest names was Swag Slayr. Eventually, that became Slayr77, before settling on just Slayr. The inspiration behind the name came
From
largely
Demon
from the
Slayer.
anime Demon Slayer, anime's interests
matter, bro.
and creative identity. He's really intrigued by mythology. He's studied Greek, Norse, Egyptian, and Chinese mythology stories,
Ah,
spending
damn.
his free time watching YouTube videos about historical lore when he isn't making music.
Let me tell you something. I do the same thing. I just watch documentary about animals or something.
That interest was partly sparked by the Percy Jackson movies and the game series
God of War.
These mythological themes are appearing in his album naming, song names, and cover art. Around 2021, Slayr started to break into the underground rap scene at just 13 years old. Coming out of COVID, this
Same
era
age.
was heavily shaped by internet
Back
communities,
then.
particularly Discord servers where artists, producers, and fans all interacted constantly. While online, he made friendships and connections with others who were passionate and involved in the underground scene. He began working with the collective 1500 with artists like Tana, Young Fazo,
Oh.
and Young Chris. Slayr says that a large portion of the artists you see coming up today actually met through these kind of communities. In that environment, diss tracks and competitive rap culture were common. He participated in some of those early disses, but he said that most of them were just playful. While some people expected those situations to define his career, he mostly ignored the drama and focused on continuing to make music. Eventually, one song changed everything. His track
Which
Fourth
one?
Gear with
Fourth
Fazo
Gear?
became his first real hit.
Damn.
For the first time, he was actually making money
I just broke my bed. Oh my god, bro.
from music. When his mom saw how much he made from the song, she realized that it wasn't just a hobby anymore, and it could actually become a career. From that point on, she became a supporter of his music, but she still insisted that he continued focusing on school. Then, in 2024, he began appearing on Plaqueboy Max's Song Wars. Slayr got massive exposure, proving that his music stood out from other buzzing names in the underground. That visibility helped him build momentum into 2025, where his project
he dropped Half-Blood.
became the turning point of his career.
With your bitch on a boat like Cody. Call me bro, I don't think that you know me. Feeling like the man said they little motion. I don't give a fuck what she said.
One thing that
Want to
separates
fly,
Slayr
bro.
from most of the rap scene is his involvement in production. He produces about 75% of his own music.
75?
My favorite characteristic of Slayr songs are the transitions. I'm someone
Yeah,
who loves to
hell yeah.
listen through an album.
Bro. If JD not sent me Slayer, bro. Yo, thanks to Jay, bro. I love that light skin, boy. Let me stop.
From start to finish, and the intentional transitions between his tracks are insane.
Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And it really makes his projects feel cohesive, which isn't common in the underground scene, yet alone most of modern music in general.
Oh.
Much of what he learned about production came from studying artists and producers online. For example, he used to spend a ton of time watching streams of T-Pain, learning how he used
I forgot he
auto-tune and
T-Pain
vocal
streamed on
processing.
Twitch.
Instead of relying on auto-tune to mask weak vocals, Slayr treats it as a tool to enhance his voice. He also studies techniques from pop music, like production and songwriting techniques, to better understand how different artists in those genres build their sound. One of his biggest priorities when making music is the hook. If he can't come up with a strong hook for a song, he scraps the entire thing. Over time, he's developed a musical style that blends multiple genres. At its core, his music sits within trap and rage, but it incorporates guitars, orchestra sounds, and sounds from video games. Like many modern artists, his career has also been shaped by social media. A while back, a tweet about him having negative aura went viral, leading
Bro,
to a
I
wave of
seriously
online
know
criticism.
what was going
People
on,
said
bro.
crazy stuff, saying that he had the aesthetic of a GameStop worker and that
Twang.
he made burger music. At first, the
Twang.
backlash started to bother him, but eventually he realized something pretty important. Despite what some people were saying online, his shows were selling out. That moment helped him separate some of the online hate from his real-world success. Today, Slayr continues to push his sound forward while staying rooted in the influences that shaped him. Back in March, he dropped a deluxe version of Half-Blood called
Half-Blood.
Bloodlux, and it's really
Yeah,
solidified how talented of an artist he is.
This goes hard. Damn.
It seems like his sound could be a look into the future of where the underground scene is heading. I'm excited to see how Slayr continues to experiment with his sound. It feels like a lot of his focus isn't on trying to follow trends or fit into a box. Right now, I think the sky's the limit for his music and career. If you made it this far and enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps the channel a ton and helps motivate me to continue putting out these videos.
Yeah, I'm just glazing, bro, at this point. But yeah, peace.